Hey y'all, I'm back with another video. I was requested to do a natural look, but I like colors. I love colors. But we gonna try this natural thing and see how it go. I'm gonna try to do it as natural as possible and as easy as possible as I can. But y'all just sit there, relax, and stay tuned to this video. Okay, so I typically use a pomade to do my brows with, and I use the color Coffee by e.l.f. And I use any brush, any angle liner brush. Typically today I use a brush by Lavish, and it's a brow groomer brush with a spoolie on the end, and it's actually a good brush. But usually with my brows, I start at the back, filling them in and going toward the front, because you want your back darker than your front, because you don't want your eyebrows too blocky. So that's usually how I start on mine. And it really doesn't matter if it's not lined up or if they're not identical twins, same looking brows, because you're going to use a concealer to typically clean them up, so it really doesn't matter about that. Okay, so I'm using a primer. It is by Benefit Cosmetics. It's the Porefessional Pore Primer. It's good for me because I have very oily skin, and it makes me look, I'll say, typically ashy, but it's good for oily skin. So if you don't have oily skin, do not use it. Okay, so I am now putting the concealer under my eyes. Under my eyebrows. I'm so sorry. And it's in the color Fawn, and it's by LA Girl. I'm basically grooming my brows. And then the excess product that I have that I'm not using for my brows, I just drag it on down to my eyelid. I am priming my eyelid for my eyeshadow. Okay, usually you want your concealer to be 1 or 2 shades lighter than your skin tone. So that's how I usually do it. So the next concealer I'm going to use is by LA Girl, of course, and it's in the color Toast. I use this concealer above my eyebrows because it's the closest to my skin tone. Alright, next I take the P. Louise base in the color Rumor 2 as a primer for my eyelids, and I take a foundation brush and pat that product down. This base usually helps my color pop, like pop, honey. Next, I'm using the Violet Voss palette, and it's in Essentials. It's the Essentials Pro Series eye palette, and I am using the color Cinnamon. It's that brown color. To pack that color down, I'm using another Lavish brush, and it's an eye shading brush. You can use a regular eyeshadow brush. I'm just packing that color down, and I am blending it. I am blending it so it won't be such a harsh color, so it won't be so harsh on your eyelid. So that's basically what I did. I wanted to keep it deepened, but I want the top to be blended, and I did that for both eyes. Next, I'm just using another blush by Lavish, and it's the tapered blending brush. And I am using the color Terracotta. It's the pink. No, it's not pink. It's orange. I'm so sorry. And I wanted to blend that out. I wanted to have a sunset effect, but not too sunset. I wanted to keep it natural, but I don't want, like I said, I don't want that brown to be so harsh. So I used that color Terracotta, and it kind of blended out from my eyelid to my eyebrow. Next, we're going to go back into that cinnamon shade because we losing that color once we blend it. We want to keep it deepened, but you know, we also had to put that color at the top so it won't be too harsh. So we're going back in with that cinnamon shade and just packing that color down. Okay, y'all, it's the moment of truth. We are cutting the crease, and we're going to cut the crease with the LA Girl in the color Fawn. You can cut the crease with the P. Louise base or any base you want to. We just want the color to be light, so that color that we put on top can be noticeable. And I'm just using a small shader brush to cut that crease with. And a tip I use, always look up because I have hooded lids to guide yourself to know where to put that concealer. Next, we're going to use the color Pink, which is a shimmery color, and we're going to pack that on top of that concealer. Of course, the pink did not show good on that concealer. I should have used that Rumor base, didn't think about it, but you live and you learn. So I'm just packing that on both lids, and that's how we're doing that. And then we don't want to take it over the whole eye. We just want to take it to the mid half of the eye. Not the whole eye, because we're going to put colors at the back of your eyelid. So just half of your eyelid should be covered in that pink shimmery color. Next, we're going to go into that plum berry. And we're going to fill that in with the rest of that. The whole cut crease, we're going to fill that rest of the eye in plum berry. And we're going to take plum berry and pink, and we're going to take those two shimmer colors and we're going to blend them. So it won't be such a harsh line. You blend those two colors together so it won't be as noticeable when you are showing off your eyelids. All right, next we're going to go back into that pink color, of course, because we have to blend that in the plum berry. We don't want the plum berry to take over the whole eyelid, so we're just going to blend it together, and it's going to make its own blending color. Like, it's cute, y'all. It's cute. Okay, so we just took a regular shader brush that we started off with, that eyeshadow brush. We went into black, and we want to deepen this up. So I took it and deepened it up toward the back, and I took it and put it toward the crease, but you do not want it too harsh, so please don't be heavy-handed. We just want a soft color, but we want it noticeable. So don't be too heavy-handed if you could. Next, we're taking a tapered blending brush. It's a fluffy brush, and we used this brush earlier for the terracotta color to blend it out. So basically, we're just going to take that color that it still had on there, and we're going to blend that black into our eyelid so it won't be such a harsh line. So next, we're going to take the LA Pro Conceal in the color Fawn, of course, and I want to clean up my eyelids. This is a step that you do not have to do. I chose to do this step because I don't like my eyelids I like a line. So you don't have to do this. So this is a step that you could not have to do. So I take a flat foundation brush and I just blend that color into my skin. So the next thing that I do, I take a setting powder. You don't have to do this. I do this because I have very oily skin, and this is a method that has helped me in the past, but you don't have to do this. So if you want to, you can skip this step. So the setting powder that I use is by Pretty Vulgar, and it's in the color translucent in 147. And I use this, like I said, because I have oily skin. So I just pat this into my skin before putting my foundation on. That might be a step that help you, but if you don't have oily skin, please do not try this. All right, so I use the Maybelline Fit Me in the color Latte 358 and a It Cosmetics brush, flat buffing brush, to buff out my foundation. I like that brush. It's expensive, but I like it. It's a great brush. All right, next I use the Cover FX palette in the color Medium Deep. I use this palette to contour my face. I usually contour under my cheekbones, my chin, and my forehead. What contouring is basically shadowing your face. It's slimming your face down to make it look smaller. And it gives your face some dimension so it won't be too light or too dark in certain spots. That's basically what contouring is. And I also contour my nose, but I use a small tapered blending brush that looks like the big contour brush that I use. And I contour my nose. I don't make it too slim. I don't have it too dark. But also blend. You don't want that color just sitting there on the top of your nose. Blend, blend, blend. Okay. Okay, sis. Blend away. Next, I go into that finishing powder by Black Radiance. It's in Soft Focus in the color 9202. I use it under my eyes, and I use it on my forehead, my nose, and under my chin. It brings that color back to your face so it won't be so dark and it won't be so light. Okay, now so we're going to go back into that Cover FX palette, and we're going to use that blush, and we're going to put the blush in between the contour and that finishing powder that we use. We want those colors to melt together. And I now am putting on my illuminator. It is in the color Sparkling Sass. It's by Pretty Vulgar. And we're going to put that on top of the blush. And I do my nose, my cheekbones, sometimes my forehead. And now I'm taking a small angled brush and I'm going to use that illuminator in that Cover FX palette, and I'm put that at the tip of my eyebrow, well, my eyebrow bone, and I'm blending that color and my eyeshadow color together so it won't just be like a spot there. Next, we're going to go in that Take Me Back to Brazil palette in that pink color, and we're going to put that under our eye. We're going to put it at the, not the whole under eye, just the front of it. Okay, so next we're going to go into that light purple shade, and we're going to put that under our eye toward the back of our under eye. And we want that pink and that purple blended together. Now I'm going to go into my Hank and Harry mascara. It's a two-sided mascara. I'm going to use a smaller spoolie for my small under eye eyelashes. Oh my goodness. And it's so good. Next, I'm going to go use my Tarte eyeliner in the Sex Kitten. And I'm not going to do a full wing. I'm just going to do a small one so I can have something to put my eyelashes down on. Now I'm using my Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. And I'm using that on my top eyelashes because it's a very good mascara. Next, I'm going to use my Dual Lash Glue, and I'm using the Lashes by Kiss in the style Gala. And they're not too big, they're subtle. And I got my lash applicator from Amazon. It's better than using tweezers. So just type in lash applicator and it's real good. And I placed my lashes down on that eyeliner, and then I took the falsies and my lashes and squeezed them together. I used the brown lip pencil by Appeal, and I used it to outline my lips to get ready for the gloss that I'm going to use. Alright, so the gloss that I did use, it was by Natasha Denona, and it was a lip glaze, and it's in the color 21 Wood Wash. So next, I'm going to be taking my Milani Make It Last setting spray, and I'm going to be spraying my face with it. Alright, that's the finished product. Thank you guys so much for joining. Come back and remember to hit that subscribe button. Bye.